Hey, YouTube family, how you doing? This is Rhonda with Rhonda Loves Life. Thanks for joining me. All right, I got a question for you, and I have a favor. Favor first, I want you to watch this in video in its entirety. It's less than 5 minutes, but it's important that you watch it in its entirety and give me your feedback, because I think this is an important topic, and I'd like to hear from you because you may feel the same way I do. And I want you to kind of hear all my points, major points, and then give me yours in the comments, because I really want to get some feedback from you. So let's get to it. All right. The first question, and this is the major question, is that do you feel like you're being manipulated by a machine? What I mean is, like, do you believe there's a machine that's working behind the scenes to promote? Like I use Harry and Meghan as an example of how I've learned just how powerful this machine is, just watching how the machine works hard in efforts to try and push Harry and Meghan down our throats. And if it wasn't for social media, and if it wasn't for the advancement in social media and technology, YouTube, other voices, we didn't have our if our voices were not known, all we had was what the gossip, the celebrity mags, and what the new corporate news channels and whatever Madison Avenue, whatever they advertise, we would buy it because there are no consenting voices. All we hear is one side, and one side is selling people, making as much money as you can, selling a fantasy, selling a lie. I've learned that from my reporting on Harry and Meghan. What I've seen, how WME, how even the politicians, Hillary Clinton was embracing Meghan until the Democratic Party realized that Meghan don't have a voting block, because she never considered herself black until she used it as a weapon to hit the royal family upside the head. Remember, she did the interview with Oprah Winfrey, and she tied herself to Tyler Perry. All in efforts to use the black card to slam the royal family and call them racist. Why? Because she got angry because she received a narcissistic injury. We went over that before. Well, you got the machine working behind the scenes to try to clean up for Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan, who would give anybody $100 million? Netflix gave Harry and Meghan over $100 million. Now, Rotten Tomatoes have given 41% favorable rating. So it's a thumbs down for episode 1 of the Invictus, Heart of the Invictus. So will Netflix go and try to spin it as the most popular documentary of all times? Watch it. Remember, the WME was had all these organizations give Meghan these phony awards, remember? And the catastrophic car chase that ensued, allegedly. They are working really hard to force feed her down our throats. I would not have paid any attention to how the machine behind the scenes try to manipulate our views until I started focusing on reporting on Harry and Meghan. Because I was like, why should I put, who is she? I never knew who Meghan was. I didn't even know who, what's that, Suits on USA Today? I had no idea what Suits. I saw Suits and never wanted to watch it. I had no idea who Meghan Markle was until she married Harry. Now you guys want to try to market her as a duchess? When we had actually fought for our independence against Great Britain in 1776? Why would we, and they still want to try to sell it to us? It's going to be hard to sell because dissenting voices are being heard as well. And that's going to be a big problem with the machine. And I call the machine the advertising agencies, the big ones like WME, Endeavor, and the others. Also the celebrity mags. Also the politicians. And also these big studio heads. They control all of them. And also these, I would say these tech companies too, because you think of, well, I'm not going to speak too much because I don't want to get shut down. But they are all working in tandem to really shape and manipulate our views. I would not have believed it. I used to ignore Russell Brand when he would talk about, oh, it's a big conspiracy. I would ignore Russell Brand, and now I'm not. Now I'm questioning it. If we can thank Harry and Meghan for one thing, it's educating us and shining a light on the machine that's working overtime to try to convince us, to try to force us to like these two. That's what it is. And I tell you, if there was no YouTube, no Twitter or X, no Instagram, no internet, if it was none of that, we would not have. There would be no voices. The machine would be able to control what we see, who we see, and they would tell us how we should view the person, because we would never hear any real stories, because it's all being controlled by the machine. So that's why I want to do this video. Are you seeing the same things I'm seeing? Because I see a big machine really trying to market and try to really force a narrative about Harry and Meghan that is simply not true. Harry is just a prince. He is a prince. He's real, but he's also very slow and dim-witted. He is. And he should not have been outside of the royal family. We would not have known, but it was Meghan's fault. Because Meghan received a narcissistic injury at the royal when she was there, and she ran back to the States and tried to beat him upside the head with a race cart. She's not a nice person, and I think she's mentally ill too. But then they want to try to make it like these two, we should really put them on pedestals. Why? Why should we? Well, you guys, the machine needs to let go. The game's over. We're not convinced. But I guess they're not looking at, they're hoping that it's all about money. They're hoping that more people, they can make more money. If people can watch them, more people who are just not paying attention would just engage in their product, Harry and Meghan, then they've won. So all they do is they want to make any money if they can. They're going to try. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments. I want to thank you for watching. I'll chat with you soon. Love you. Ciao.